Since we're doing chakra today, gotta give a little chakra spiel. Every time I get chakra, I'm like thinking about it all morning long. I'm like, what chakra should I do? What chakra should I do? And then I keep changing my mind a million times. And then I just end up saying, what chakra should we do, you guys? No, I'm just kidding. Okay, but I'm just gonna text, if you don't mind, I'm gonna text my mom really fast and tell her the information for this class just because she said she might want to come. So let me just give her the info just in case. Who else? Hi, Heather. Yay.
Hi, Katie. Hi, everyone. Hi, Katie. Hi, everyone.
And Tina, I said hi to you, but I don't know if your audio was on yet. So hi, Tina.
Hi, Katie.
I wish I would get, where's Scott Frost? I want Scott Frost. There's Marlia. Yay.
Hi.
Am I saying your name right? Is it Marlea?
Marlia. Close.
Marlia.
Close enough.
Okay. Well, I was saying Marlia, but then I was like, I think it's wrong. So I was like, Marlia.
I get both. So
you're like,
good.
At this point, I know you're at least talking to me, but so it's Marlia.
Marlia.
Okay, got it. Thank you. Yay. And then both Heathers are here.
Yay.
Heather A and Heather B, but I always think of Heather B as heathen goddess. That's you, right? That's your email?
Yes, it is. That is.
I'm like, heathen goddess.
I mean, that's a lot to live up to, but
it really is, right? That's so funny. Okay, sorry. I'm telling everybody that I'm texting my mom the info for this, and also I'm letting people get on, like have time to get it on here, because I'm gonna say some stuff at the beginning of class that I would love for people not to miss out on. Okay, paste. Okay, mom has info. She probably won't join, but who knows. Okay, and then I put my little video over here on my phone too, just in case. Hey friends, so today we're doing chakra. The class is chakra. So I was saying, when only I think Barb was on here and Tina, I always have a hard time deciding which chakra to focus on, and it's really hard to like fully give the essence of the chakra just in one yoga class. There's so much to talk about and so much to learn about all the different chakras. So I want to start with just like a quickie chakra lesson. So as we go into this, you're like, what the hell are the chakras? I don't want that. I want like this, at least some sort of idea of what they are. And I know all of you have probably gotten this information before, but for me, it took me like 10 years to learn the chakras. I had so many different classes and so many different experiences with the chakras, but it wasn't until, I don't know, I feel like it took a while for me to really feel them in my body and really connect with them from this place rather than just this place. So your chakra system is basically from a Western mindset, it's your nervous system. So it's the Eastern idea of your nervous system, your body's electrical system. It starts at the base of your spine and goes all the way up to the crown of your head. It is your literal spinal column. But as we visualize it, it doesn't have to look like your spine. It's just a line of energy. And along that line, there are all these little, I like to imagine them as just balls of energy, but they're energy centers, they're nerve centers, where we feel things, where we connect to different parts of ourselves. And the philosophy that the chakra system has kind of given us to look at these different energy centers, I think is really beautiful. If you're interested in learning more from a really this lady has her doctorate in psychology, so it's a really grounded perspective, and it really puts it in a way that relates to modern day psychology. There's a book called Eastern Body, Western Mind, and I recommend it to like everybody. Eastern Body, Western Mind. You can ask me for more info for the author if you want, but these little energy centers are developed inside of us as we're growing up. Literally in our, like when we're in the womb is when our root is developing. When we're in like our 1 to 2 year old phase is when our sacral chakra is developing. That's when we are just experiencing the world, like putting things in our mouth, smelling everything, touching everything. We're literally just experiencing pleasure without guilt, without all these ideas of like what should and should not feel good. We're just like, ooh, everything's amazing. I'm gonna, you know, so that's like our sacral chakra developing. There are like ways in which development is stunted when a baby 1 to 2 years old is kept in a crib all the time and has no interaction, no sensations. It's very limited. So sometimes they don't develop all the way. So anyways, there's this whole kind of idea of how these chakras develop and how these energy centers develop. The lower chakras connect us to our soul, to our embodied experience, so our physical body. Our root, it's a grounded energy. Our sacral center, it's a pleasure center. We experience pleasure in our body. Our solar plexus, that's our ego center. That's who we are. That's our sense of self. And then our heart, they call it, I love this idea, the rainbow bridge. So it's this bridge that bridges our soul chakras to our spirit chakras. So these higher chakras they connect us to our spirit. So not to our embodied self, but to something bigger and higher and greater than ourselves. So love, it's the idea that love, this energy of your heart, is it transcends time and space. It transcends, we can feel it in our body, but we can also, it's something bigger than us. It's something greater than us. So then our going up, I'm just gonna kind of skip since we don't have time, but going all the way up to our crown. Our crown is literally, well, not literally, but of all these higher chakras, it's the one that connects us to spirit, to source, to God or goddess, or whatever you want to call it. Maybe you don't want to call it anything, but something that holds us when we can no longer hold ourselves. So just think of that kind of energy. And I want to bring in the idea, so I'm going to focus on crown chakra today, and I want to bring in the idea of the crown connecting you to kind of comparing it to the elements of the earth. So there's fire, air, water, earth, right? And then there's also ether. So ether is kind of that crown chakra energy of preparing yourself, preparing your energy to go into your practice. So you're not just stepping onto your mat with like all of your work issues right here, right at the forefront. You're not waiting for this time to come onto your mat and solve all your problems, but you're letting all that go. So you're coming into this space with this energy of kind of a clean palette, or a clean, just cleansing your mind and starting from this place of presence. So I'm going to actually have us start with breath of fire today, which is our skull shining breath. So it really kind of instantly gets us, whatever's happening up here, kind of like it shines the inside of our mind and allows us to come into a more centered and more present place. So, okay, that's all I got. Thank you for listening. I think everyone is muted, so let's do this. So go ahead and find any position that's comfortable. I'm going to invite you to find a seated position, but if you want to lay down, if that's much more comfortable, that's fine with me. Breath of fire, most of you are familiar. All it is, it's a strong exhale from your gut. The inhale happens automatically. Sometimes I compare it to how a dog pants. So, ha, 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 same thing. Just make sure it's coming from here, not from up here, all the way down from your belly. So we'll do about 30 pumps 3 times. So start just by sitting, noticing, close your eyes, and let's just take a great big deep breath together. So great big inhale. Hold, open your mouth, let it go. And then just come back to your natural breath. Take a moment to notice how you feel, how you are. Maybe you are coming onto your mat with a lot of stuff going through your mind. Maybe you just came from a day of craziness. Maybe not. But just notice. And then option to bring your hands to your belly, or one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. And exhale all the way to empty. Inhale to about halfway full and begin pumping. Ha, 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 ha. So all the way down from your belly. Ha, 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 ha. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great big inhale, hold at the top. Hold, hold, hold. And open your mouth, let it go. And for a moment, just come back to your natural breath. Notice how you feel, soak that in. We've got 2 more rounds like that. So all the way to emptying your breath. Make any adjustments physically you need to or you want to. Inhale to about halfway full. Through your mouth or your nose is fine. Begin. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big inhale, hold, 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 as full as you can, as full as you can. Sip in a little bit extra. Inside out your mouth. Take a moment, just breathing naturally. Notice how you feel. Notice if you're kind of feeling your energy, the energy inside of your body, a little bit more now. So coming from your mind and dropping into your body, feeling into your felt senses from the inside. We've got 1 final round. Make any physical adjustments you need to or want to. Exhale all the way to empty in your breath. Inhale to about halfway full. And begin. 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great big inhale. You can reach your arms up if you'd like. Hold at the top. Maybe interlace your fingers, steeple index. Hold, 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 hold. Open your mouth. Let it go. Good job, you guys. Just take a moment to sit and breathe. Sit and notice. And I'm actually going to invite everyone now to come down onto your back. So find your way down onto your back and hug your knees in towards your belly. As you hug your knees in, just a gentle rock from side to side and start to drop into your Ujjayi breath now. So intentionally breathing through your nose in and out. Gentle constriction in the back of your throat. Start to create your own little whisper noise with your breath, that oceanic sound. As you're ready, supine spinal twist. Let your knees fall over to the right, left arm out to the left. Gaze up or over your left shoulder. And slow, steady Ujjayi breath. So your breath now, that's what will help you keep that connection to your embodied experience. So you're always feeling your body if you are focusing on breathing all the way down to your belly. A lot of people have a lot of trouble breathing down into their belly. So if you're breathing down into your belly, you're one step ahead of like 75% of the world, I think, or at least the US. All the way to empty with your exhales. And really just soaking in, even still, that skull shining breath, that energy it created inside of you. In your next couple of rounds, bring your knees through center, take a moment to neutralize, so maybe a little rock, or maybe a big squeeze of your knees, maybe even a full body stretch. And then knees over to the other side, so to the left and right arm out to the right. Try to draw your right shoulder down away from your right ear. And the way I want you to connect with your crown chakra now throughout your practice, I want you to think of your crown now, the energy it holds, as that just infinite awareness that is behind it all. So the awareness behind the sensation, the awareness behind your thoughts, the awareness behind everything that's happening around you. That awareness, that's your crown chakra energy. See if you can, over and over and over again, just notice your connection to it, or bring yourself back to that place. We aren't able to stay there all the time, and that's okay, but start to connect with it. Your next breath or two, come back to center. So when you feel pretty much even, just bring your knees back to center. And again, take a moment to neutralize. Little rock, big squeeze, full body stretch, or even a happy baby. And I'm going to go for a happy baby. So wherever you're at, just feel the ground underneath you and the stability it holds in the ground. That's that root chakra energy. So can you connect to both at the same time? Can you find a connection to that grounded, rooted place, and also that big, spacious, just infinite awareness? Can you hold both? As you're ready, my friends, we're going to meet on hands and knees. So you can get there your own way, or you can rock forward and back a few times. So make this rock as controlled as possible. So you feel like you could just stop at any time. Eventually rock up, cross your ankles, and bring your hands to the ground in front of you. So come forward to hands and knees, just kind of roll over your feet. You probably need to crawl back a little bit. I'm going to turn around because I like to look out my windows. All right. So from hands and knees, either cat cows or anything that calls to you, any movement that your body is calling for. So the awareness behind sensation, the awareness behind even the breath. Feeling whatever there is to feel, noticing whatever there is to notice. You might stretch your wrists by spinning your fingers to the back or towards the back of your mat, towards your knees, or even out to the sides. Palms could even flip up to face up, gentle with your wrists. And then you guys, whenever you're ready, just find your way back into our first downward facing dog. Back in your down dog, take a moment to feel around, to walk it out. Maybe give your head a little shake or a little nod. See if you can feel the strength in your shoulders and the space in between your shoulders. See if you can feel your big, deep breaths. Maybe even visualize your breath flowing up and down the length of your spine. Take one more great big inhale into your dog pose. Exhale, look to the top of your mat, and however you want to get there, forward fold. On an inhalation, halfway lift position, breathe in. Exhale, bow and fold. Root through your feet, rise up, arms to the sky, inhale. And exhale, hands to heart. So just for a moment, pause here. And this is just my own personal opinion. So you're getting a lot of me spouting my stuff today. So sometimes I see people, or I go to classes where people move just really fast. They flow really fast and they're not super mindful of their alignment. I see some people practice for like 10 years in these classes and they still aren't aware of proper alignment in most poses. And sometimes I wonder to myself, why do they even like yoga if they're not quote unquote doing it right? But I think it's because no matter what is happening in our body, sometimes we can still connect to that space inside of us that is behind it all. So you're still connecting to that crown chakra energy, that place of awareness as you move. Even if you're moving fast, you're connecting to that breath, to movement, and you're feeling something that you don't feel in your everyday life. So we're going to flow breath to movement, but my invitation is to not only connect to that place where you're flowing, that place of awareness, but also awareness in your body. So you're not heady in it, but you're feeling from the inside what feels right. You're listening to your body from the inside. Okay, now we can move. Arms down by your side or hands to your heart. Stand with your eyes closed and find awareness inside. So feel into your most neutral pelvis, most neutral spine. Feel your feet rooting down, crown of your head drawing up. Great big inhale, hold. Sip in a little bit extra. And then open your mouth, sigh it out. Ujjayi breath, let's flow. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, swan dive down. Big spacious inhale as you lift halfway, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. See if you can keep your exhale going as you lower slowly. Strong arms, strong belly. Inhale, lift your heart. You don't have to go super high. So make it feel good for you. And then downward facing dog. Exhale. Take one great big inhale into your down dog. Push the ground away. Lift your hips high. Exhale, look to the top of your space. Step, tiptoe, or hop. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Press into your feet. Rise. Reach up. Hands to heart. Exhale, just like that. Again, breath to movement. Inhale, reach. Slow dive. Exhale. Everything elongates as you breathe in. So spine long, back of your neck long. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. See if you can keep that exhalation going lower. Inhale, peel your heart open. Exhale, take your hips back and up, down dog. Big, huge inhalation, downward facing dog. Exhale, look to the top of your space. Forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, bow deeply all the way to empty in your breath. Rise, arms to the sky, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. Now listen, I'm adding on. Inhale, reach up. Baby back bend, cactus your arms, curl open. Exhale, navel to spine, protects your low back. Inhale, re-extend, reach up. Listen, chair pose, exhale. Stay for an inhale. See if you can lift your heart, but stay connected to center, navel to spine. Exhale, forward fold, dive down. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. Keep that exhale going lower slowly, intentionally. Grow into your back bend. Inhale, downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right foot forward. Your choice, crescent lunge or warrior one. Inhale, rise, heart lifts. Exhale, hands to the ground. Inhale, step your right foot back, plank or three-legged plank. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale like you're stepping over something, left foot steps through. Warrior one or crescent, your choice, rise. Inhale, strong legs, lift your heart, lift your gaze. Exhale, hands to ground. Left foot back, breathe in at the top of your push-up. You can hover left leg if you want. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, lift your heart. Down dog, exhale. Inhale into your dog pose. Push into the ground, lift your hips, lengthen your spine, side bodies. Exhale, look forward, step tiptoe or hop forward, fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Listen, chair pose. Bend your knees, weight in your heels, lift your heart, reach up. Exhale, sit a little lower. Pick up your toes, spread them out. Inhale, high mountain, maybe up to your tiptoes, as high, as tall as you can grow. Exhale, heels on the ground, hands to your heart center. Close your eyes, feel. Slow and steady with your breath. So slow your breath down if it's sped up. Notice how your body feels. Connect to that awareness behind it all. Open your mouth inside out if you need to. I love me a good open mouth sigh. So don't be shy, especially at your own home. Ah. All right, my friends, here we go again. Inhale, reach up. This time, just take it down into your fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift with your inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank, pause in your plank. Side plank, right hand is your base, roll onto the baby toe edge of your right foot, left arm to the sky. Please feel free to modify, right knee can come down, no big deal. So hips are lifting, maybe your left arm reaches forward, bicep next to your ear, maybe your left leg floats up, maybe you even go for a wild thing, a back bend. So maybe you curl open. Yay, good job. Take one last full round. And plank or modified plank. Inhale at the top of your push-up. Exhale, strong arms, strong belly, lower down. Inhale into your back bend of your choice. Take your time, no rush. Give yourself an extra breath or two. And tabletop. From tabletop, bring your knees hips width distance apart, curl your toes under, and sit your hips back onto your heels for screaming toe pose. If this feels like too much, you can bring your hands to a block or to the ground in front of you to take some weight off whenever you need to, or the entire time. Otherwise, hips sit back on your heels, hug in with your heels. And whatever you'd like to do with your arms, you can rest your hands on your thighs, you can bring hands to heart, you can interlace your fingers behind you. Close your eyes, slow deep breaths, connect to your crown, connect to that awareness behind it all. As that heat builds in your feet, know that it is only temporary, breathe into it, soften around it. If you need to stretch your wrists, it might feel good to make fists kind of roll out. That feels nice. 2 or 3 more rounds, slow, deep breaths. Allowing that heat to build. It's only temporary. The awareness behind it. Connect to that place. One last inhale. Open your mouth and sigh it out. Come forward to hands and knees. Untuck your toes. Pitter patter tap. Downward facing dog. And feel all that new awareness in your feet now. In your down dog. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Open up your right hip. Bend your right knee. Reach it out and up. So peel your hip open. Take one more big inhale. See if you can lift your knee a little higher. Flex through your right toes. And then exhale right into your nose. Step forward super softly. And this time, we're just gonna take a warrior two. So everybody, back heel pivots down, cartwheel your arms up. Settling in, breathing slowly, centering your weight. So if it feels like you're leaning forward or reaching forward, see if you can center your weight. Shoulders over hips. A little tone in your belly to support your low back, navel to spine. And then next time we inhale, let's reach forward, slide your ribcage forward, side angle pose. So right elbow to right thigh or right hand to the ground or a block. Left arm can reach straight up, or maybe left arm overhead, bicep next to your ear. Feel that length in your left side. Imagine you're trying to puff your left ribs up. Heart open. Hips open. Big deep breaths. Good job, you guys. All right, from here, we're going for it. Half moon. So please feel free to use a block or even some sort of prop around your house. I'm gonna grab that this chair feels like it's gonna be really supportive, so I'm gonna use it. So I'm gonna start to kind of inch my back foot forward as I float my back leg up. Whew. And then feeling into your nice open hips and that length through your back leg. If there's any variation you want to play with, feel free. Big deep breaths. If you're falling out, if you're wobbling around like me, I'm like heel toeing around everywhere. Totally fine. Meet yourself wherever you are at. Take one last round. And then guess what? Forward fold, nice and easy. Step your left foot down. Give your right leg a nice little shake out. So take it out behind you and shake it out. And then right foot down, just kind of pedal out your heels, move your hips side to side, give your head a shake, a nod. Halfway lift, inhale, realign your spine. Exhale, fold. Root through your feet, rise, great big stretch at the top, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, dive down. Really reconnect to your breath. Halfway lift, inhale. Great big inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. Guess what? We've got our side plank. Left hand is your base. Roll into the baby toe edge of left foot, or left knee can come down. Right arm up. Lift your hips. Lift. Feel your left side obliques working. They're so strong. Right arm might reach forward. Right leg might float up. Maybe you even want to go for a wild thing. So your fullest expression does not have to be what you did on the other side. Soften your face, unclench your jaw. One last huge breath. Plank or modified plank. Inhale at the top of your push-up. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift your heart. As you're ready, tabletop. Curl your toes under. We're going into one more screaming toe pose. So knees, hips width distance apart. Curl your toes under, sit back. If you're like, I do not want to do that again, that's totally fine. Take a regular hero's pose. So without your toes tucked under. Whatever you want to do with your arms, maybe you roll out your wrists. And then let's say 3 more breaths. So when you're like, it's too much, side out your mouth. Be that awareness behind, it's only temporary. Use your breath. Take one last round. Come back to hands and knees. Untuck your toes, gently pitter patter, tap them against the ground. And downward facing dog. Reconnect to your breath. Yay, hi Wendy. Thanks for joining us. All right, left leg to the sky. And then without moving any other part of your body, see if you can open up your hip. So your left knee bends, and from your left hip joint, just swing your left leg open. Keep pressing through your hands, stay strong through your shoulders, keep hugging in with your right inner thigh. Take one more big inhale here. Exhale, left knee to your nose. So scoop out your belly and then softly step forward. Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2, rise up. Center your weight. Wrap your left butt cheek underneath you. Side angle, breathe in and reach forward, 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 tip it over. So left arm towards the ground, right arm towards the sky, left elbow can rest on left thigh. Right arm can reach forward. Maybe you want to go for the half or the full bind if it's in your practice and you're feeling it today. So you feel into your pose. Does not have to be what you did on the other side. Make sure your breath is there. Both feet are grounded firmly. Slow and steady. Be the awareness behind it all. Your crown chakra energy, bring it in. Expansive, spacious. One last round. And then we're doing it, going for our half moon. Feel free to use a block or anything else you've got around your house. Back foot floats up. I was like balancing my head on this chair and I was feeling so good. It's like a neck support. So get creative, you guys. So good. Open your hips, open your heart. Your variation, go for it. Last couple of rounds. Big deep breaths. You made it. Forward fold, top of your space. Step your right foot down nice and easy. Give your left leg a little shaky shake. Give your head a little shaky shake. Okay, hang out in your forward fold, maybe ragdoll it out. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Root through your feet all the way up, arms reach. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up, high mountain. Pause here. So I want you to feel into, close your eyes and feel into the way that you are standing. Root through your feet, all of your toes should be facing directly forward. And then feel into your most neutral spine. So imagine your chakra system from the base all the way up to the crown. So make it as neutral as you can so that line is as efficient as possible. It's aligned. There's energy flowing freely up and down. Spiral your pinky fingers in towards each other. Notice if your shoulders are way up towards your ears, see if you can let them settle down a little bit. Take one more inhale here. High mountain, connecting ground to sky. Exhale, slow dive. Hinge at your hips all the way down into your fold. Lift halfway, breathe in and lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, take your vinyasa however you want to, and you definitely don't need to rush it. Just meet back in a child's pose. So hips to heels, forehead to your mat. You can give your third eye chakra, if you'd like, a little massage against the ground. Just reconnect to your breath, reconnect to your body, reconnect to the awareness behind it all. So you are the space behind it all. Feel your body as that wide open space, energy flowing through. One more grounding breath in your child's pose. Downward facing dog. I didn't even want to move from that one. All right, inhale your right leg to the sky. Open up your right hip. Absolutely, please feel free to stay here, or option to flip your dog. Right foot comes down behind you. Right arm forward, heart forward. Lift your hips. Let that energy flow from the base of your spine to the crown of your head. So feel that long line of energy. Move your breath up and down. Take one last round. Palm back. Three-legged dog. Maybe square off your hips. Up to you. When you are ready, pigeon pose, right? Shin to the front of your mat. Bring your body down gently. Take as much time as you want to set yourself up. So pull your right butt cheek back. It's like your right butt cheek has a rope that's attached and it's being pulled back and up. So right butt cheek back and up as you bow forward. And then once you're bowing, keep pulling your right butt cheek back and up. But to go deeper, you can scoot your back knee back just a bit further. So if you're like super flexible here, then your practice, rather than flexibility, you're going for stability. You're wanting to stabilize your joints. Big deep breath. The sensation comes, let it come, let it go. So you are the awareness behind it all. Crown chakra energy, feel into that, connect with that. Let's take about 3 more big deep breaths. Start to lift your upper body. And we're actually going to come into a seat. So ease your way onto your right butt cheek, swing your left leg around. Take both legs out in front of you, gently shake them out. And then windshield wiper, so feet nice and wide. Open through your heart rather than rolling your shoulders forward, roll them back and down and then side to side. Slowly, intentionally, maybe close your eyes, feel your breath. Feel that flow of energy from crown to root. All right, and then we're going to keep stretching our right hip. So you have the option of either bringing your outer right ankle to your left thigh, left foot on the ground. This is option 1. The closer your heel gets to your butt, the closer your chest gets to your legs, the more you will feel this. You can rock your legs side to side. Second option, double pigeon. So shin stacked. I don't want to see this. Sometimes I see people do this. It's completely different. So outer ankle all the way up to your inner knee. Meaning if your knee is right here, this is your pose. If your knee is level with your hips, reach your hips back and fold forward. Your right leg is on top, so we're continuing to work with our right hip. So that's option 2. Option 3 is cow face. So if you're really, really flexible, you want to take right knee on top of left, flex your toes, keep both sit bones grounded, sit up tall or fold forward. I feel like I get more out of double pigeon, so that's what I'm going to take. You do what works best for you, or a supine pigeon is totally fine, just down on your back, figure 4. About 5 to 7 deep breaths. Flex your toes, keep your ankles strong. If you're folding forward, pull your right butt cheek back as you take your heart forward and down. Big breath and maybe visualize it. Third eye is your imagination. Perception and imagination, insight. So a lot of us don't have a very fully developed, or I guess our third eye hasn't opened, you could say. We're not imaginative. When we were kids, we might have been imaginative, but the world kind of got their hands on us and they shut down our imagination. As adults, we're not supposed to imagine things. We're supposed to be like always just so literal. So let yourself start imagining again. Use your imagination in your yoga practice. Go inward. Use your imagination in your meditation practice. That's what visualizations are. Good job, you guys. Take one last big deep breath. And then come back up slowly. If you're folded forward, take your legs back out in front of you. Gentle shake out. We'll take a reverse tabletop. So feet on the ground with knees bent, hips width distance apart, all of your toes face forward, heels underneath your knees or maybe just a little in front of your knees, not too much. And then fingers, flip your fingers to face towards your hips or out towards the sides of your mat is a good modification. Spread your fingers wide, roll your shoulders back and down, lift your heart, puff up your chest. Great place to stay. For next inhale, lift your hips. Hug in with your inner thighs. Keep your shoulders back and down. Lift, lift, lift. Don't let your head collapse back, but extend back. So keep that line of energy from crown to base of your spine. Just nice and aligned. One last big inhale. Exhale, release. Find your way back to down dog, however you want to get there. Downward facing dog, Ujjayi breath. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Open your left hip, bend your knee, peel it open. Stay here. This is a great stretch. Or option to flip. Left foot comes down behind you. And then open your heart. Lift your hips. Use your back strength to support your front body as it opens. Take one last huge breath. Come back into your three-legged dog, everybody. Nice and easy. You might square off your hips or whatever feels good. And then when you're ready, pigeon pose, left shin to the top of your space. Take your time. Left butt cheek is pulling back. So you don't want to feel like your weight's all moving forward. Sometimes it helps to put your hands on the ground in front of you, come up to your fingertips, and literally push the ground away. So pull your left butt cheek back as you push into the ground. And you want to keep that as you bow forward. Keep a little activation through your front toes like you're trying to spread them. Big deep breaths. Visualize your breath moving all the way down into your left hip. Good job, you guys. Take about 3 more big deep breaths. Ease your upper body back upright. And ease your way into a seat. legs out in front of you. And give them a nice little shake out. Some windshield wipers when you're ready, side to side. Make sure your feet are wider than your hips, so they're spacing your low back. If you don't want to widen your feet, that's okay. It'll just be different. So if you're exploring, that's fine. And then continuing to work just a little bit more with our left hip. The same options as on the other side. Seated figure four. Maybe rock it out. Maybe get everything a little closer. Heel to butt, chest to legs. Maybe your double pigeon fire log. Remember, not foot on the inside of your calf, but outer ankle, inner knee. Stacked. Or maybe it looks like this. Looks like this, you're sitting up tall. If it looks like this, butt reaches back as your heart goes forward, or cow face. This just feels like, I don't know, it's too much for me. I'm missing what I want to get out of it, so I'm going to come back to fire log. So whatever works best for you, you choose. You can take it on your back as well. Just focus on those deep breaths. Focus on what you feel. Focus on what's flowing in and out of your awareness. Flex your toes, keep your ankles strong. Take about 3 or 4 more rounds. If I say 3 or 4 more rounds and you have to take like 10 more breaths, then see if you can slow down your breath. Make it slower, bigger, deeper. Good job. If you are folded forward, start to lift back up nice and easy. You can roll up if you want to. Lean back again to uncross your legs, gently shake them out. And then this time, all the way down onto your back, and we're going to take a bridge pose. So once you're on your back, just set up your bridge. Feet face directly forward, hips width distance apart, ankles straight down from knees, arms by your sides. You guys all know how to get into your bridge. You can take whatever variation you want. If you want to go for your full back bend, your upward facing bow, feel free. Give yourself about 5 rounds. Hug in with your inner thighs, root down through your heels and the inner edges of your feet especially. Press down through the back of your head. Take 2 or 3 more deep breaths slowly. And then come down with lots of awareness, 1 vertebra at a time. So feeling your spine, feeling your chakra system, your nervous system, your body's electrical system all the way down. And then once you're back to neutral, tee your arms out to both sides. Take your feet out to the width of your mat. 1 last round of windshield wipers, this time on our back. This should feel really good. So if it doesn't feel good, slow down, flex your toes, and work it more intentionally. There's always more awareness in every pose. If you're bored in a pose, start to get curious. All right, friends. Any other finishing poses you want to take? So maybe a happy baby, maybe one final inversion, maybe you're feeling a headstand. Connect to your crown chakra one last time. Literally. And then as you are ready, just settle into your final relaxation, your Shavasana. If you want to take it with legs up the wall, perhaps, feel free if you have a wall that's available at in your space. And I was also going to mention at the beginning of our practice, sometimes that element of ether, that coming in with a clean energy, kind of a clean slate, you can create that by being intentional with your space. So sometimes before I practice, I like to light Palo Santo or sage or candles, or use like spray some essential oil. So anything that makes you feel like this is an intentional space where I'm coming in with clean energy and I'm being present. I'm not coming in with all this baggage, all this heaviness. Or if I am, I'm at least coming from that space of awareness behind it and just letting it be there as I hold it with my awareness. So you're not needing to change or fix or control while you're in your practice. All right. So as you come into your Shavasana, maybe you want to give yourself one last great big falling out breath. Just kind of drop in. And then as you lay in Shavasana, I'm going to guide you through a little just visualization, a guided meditation. Like I was speaking to earlier, use your imagination to visualize. Use your imagination to visualize the space inside of your body. It's this great big wide open space, almost like a big cave or big cavern. A big, huge auditorium even inside of you. This wide open space for all forms of life energy to flow through. The life energy comes in so many forms: thoughts, emotions, sensations, pulsations. Just notice what comes, notice what goes through the space. And start to visualize specifically inside of this space, from the base of your spine all the way up to the crown of your head. Just either a bright white light that moves down your center from the base of your spine to the crown of your head, from the crown of your head to the base of your spine. Maybe it's a golden ribbon that twists down your center. Maybe there's some other way you want to visualize it, some other way that resonates in your own imagination. Just visualize this line and connect all the way down to the very bottom of this line of energy to your root. At your root, visualize a bright red ball of energy. This little energy center. It expands and contracts with each breath. Just subtle expansion, contraction, subtle dimming and shining brighter with each breath you take. And as you connect to your root, see if you can invite in a sense of, or a connection to, grounding, stability, support, safety. Grounding, stability, support, safety. And this is always available to you. It's your inner support, your inner stability. And then take your awareness up to the crown of your head. And as you connect to the crown of your head, imagine there's this big, beautiful, bright, white, 1,000-petal lotus flower that's blossoming at the crown of your head. And as it blossoms, it connects you to source, to God or goddess, to universal consciousness, whatever you want to call it, something bigger, greater, vaster, more infinite than just your physical self. So invite that energy, that expansive, spacious energy to flow through your body. Connect to it. And then keep that energy with you, that vastness, that spaciousness, that spirit energy. But invite back that energy of groundedness and rootedness and stability. And see if you can hold both of these seemingly opposites at the same time. Let them just kind of dance around inside of you. And as they dance, as you explore this just with your imagination, just with your intention, I'll read you a few little affirmations of the crown chakra. Let them just sink in. I am fully aware and awake. I honor the divine within me. I am a spiritual being in a human body. I am deeply and unconditionally loved by the universe. I am divinely and lovingly guided. So it's about 1:02. So I'm going to leave you here. If you have any time to spend just staying in this kind of meditative state a little bit longer, spend as long as you would like. If you need to get up and go, take a moment to close your own practice just in a way that resonates for you. Thank you guys so much for being here, for letting me teach you, for listening to everything I had to say. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and namaste.